The Yankees have just lost 5 in a row and have not scored a run in 27 straight innings, which is only the 7th time in franchise history this has ever happened. So what has happened to them? Today I will be breaking down what they can do to fix their slump, as well as everything that's gone on in their slump, so make sure to stay tuned and like and subscribe for more content like this, as I'm trying to post more long form content. And so let's get into the video. First, let's go back to the last day they won, which was Thursday, June 12th. This was against the Kansas City Royals, and at the time this video is being made, it's June 17th, and the Yankees haven't won since that day, which shows you how long of a dry stretch this has been. The game was a pitcher's duel, Will Warren being lights out, as well as Seth Lugo being lights out, but they both didn't have any run support. And up until the 8th inning, it was still scoreless. Paul Goldschmidt would hit a line drive single off of Vinny Pasquantino's glove, and Pablo Reyes, who's on second, stumbled, but managed to bolt home on a throwing error from Lucas Erceg, giving the Yankees one unearned run on a victory. So they haven't won a game on an earned run since Wednesday, June 11th. Then they went to Fenway, and ever since then they've been losing. Crochet was utterly dominant in Game 1. He struck out 7 Yankees during the game, including 3 off of Judge. Boston had a 1-run lead going into the 9th, and Crochet came back out when Judge hit one off of Crochet on a 3-2 count. In the 10th inning, DJ LeMahieu hit a fair ball that was called foul, and 2 players were ejected for it, including Aaron Boone and DJ LeMahieu. Carlos Navarez then walked it off in the second half of the inning, and that started the skid the Yankees have been on. So 2 pitching gems to this point, and a total of 1 earned run from the Yankees. Saturday, Rodon allowed 3 earned runs, but still not that bad for 5 innings, but the Yankees couldn't muster enough to take the lead. Judge ended up going 1 for 12 in the series with 9 strikeouts. Jason Dominguez got picked off, and that cost him the game. So Yankees are playing some very, very, very bad baseball up until this point. Sunday comes around, and already they are down 1-0 in the second inning on a RBI single. Devers hits a solo shot before being traded, and there was another pickoff on the Yankees in another big spot. So some really sloppy baseball and some really sloppy pickoffs are being made, and it is not looking up to these Yankees at all. Brian Bale was brilliant, his best start of the year. Over 7 innings, he struck out 8, and so was Max Fried, 7 innings of 2-run ball with 9 strikeouts. So not only are they not getting blown out, but their pitching has just been exceptional. It's just they cannot hit. Judge's chase rate for the series, his average was 26%, but in this series, it was at 38%. The runners in scoring position woes have been awful, and they are hitting way under the Mendoza line with that. The Yankees go back to their home against an Angels team with a losing streak of 3 as well, as they were swept over the weekend. The Yankees also got back Stanton, so morale is high even though they were just swept going into the series. But still, they just can't find a way to put the ball in play. In the 9th inning, Stanton gets a double, and then is pinch ran for by Dominguez, who tries to steal third, but at the same time, Volpe hits a ground ball right to third, and Luis Rengifo, the Angels' third baseman, tags him out. Nolan Schanuel would hit a RBI double in the 11th, and that would be the only run of the game. 4 straight losses for the Yankees. So what I noticed up until this point is that the Yankees' pitching has been exceptional, everything else has not been. Sloppy base running, failing to produce with runners in scoring position, a high K rate, as well as some meager, if not bad defense, has led to them playing like a bottom feeder over the last week. Over the last week, the Rockies have won 3 games, and the Yankees have won none. Isn't that a crazy statistic? If you count Wednesday, then they've won 1, but that's literally it. I mean, just crazy baseball the Yankees are playing right now. This all leads up to yesterday, Tuesday, June 17th. Will Warren had a career day, striking out 11 over 6 innings, but he also allowed 3 earned runs. So a quality start, but the Angels did score 3, tied for the most off of the Yankees starting pitching over this losing streak. The Yankees then decided to retaliate by not scoring at all and allowing another earned run. The Yankees then lost 4-0. That is all that has happened over this losing streak, but what can they do to change the slump they've been on? First, they need to get Paul Goldschmidt out of a platoon with Ben Rice. Ben Rice has he's just a better player against righties than Goldie is, but you cannot bench a veteran presence like Goldie every single day or every other day because you guys want to let this young kid who's going to be with the team for years get some opportunities. You need to play the guy you're paying $12 million over the guy you're paying barely anything. He's also the number 1 on the All-Star ballot, number 1 first baseman on the All-Star ballot, so benching him every other day or whenever every 3 days is stupid. Second, fire whoever has to do with base running, as they clearly suck at their job, and we need someone new who doesn't make stupid mistakes. The offensive coordinator needs to work on everyone's chase rate as it is way too high. Even Ian Hamilton needs to be put into low leverage situations as he cannot handle himself in high leverage situations, and he has a high ERA. Called Alan Winans as he is mowing down hitters at AAA, and he has a microscopic ERA down there. So definitely call him up, put him in the bullpen. I mean, we just got to get him up here. Make a trade that clears up some space in the outfield as we have 5 outfielders, and that is a lot. Trent Grisham has been good, but he's not worth keeping on the Yankees. And Jason Dominguez is a highly touted prospect, or he was last year, so if we can trade him, that would be helpful for the Yankees. For a high leverage reliever, possibly someone like Tanner Scott, who we could reshape into the ace reliever he was last year than with the Dodgers, but we also would have to clear up some budget room for that, so maybe someone not as expensive. And that's going to do it for this video. If you watched all the way up to this point in the video, thank you so much for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe for more. Peace out.